So a couple of bad news. I my the podcast that I do with my brother is will we won't continue it. I won't give details to preserve the intimacy of the that working relationship, not just the relationship as brothers. I have like a rule value system of anything that's in every relationship, no matter how big or small the relationship, or big or small the thing. If it's intimate, it's not discussed to the public uh, through the internet, or like in other people in one-on-one conversations or one-to-many conversations. No, like intimacy is the most the thing that I preserve the most, no matter, because it's a slippery slope with any detail. So if something is intimate, it's not discussed. Like no matter how small. So yeah, that's happening. Well, that it stops happening, which is the podcast with my brother that we've been doing for 2.5 years. We were going for three, but yeah. And then the client that I was prioritizing the most told me that the clients I was working for will go with another editing team because they want something more complex. And the edits that I was doing were like minimalistic and simple. I can technically do the complex things, but I don't want to because it's there's no reason to do them. They are money and time wasters. I'd rather do a lot of volume of great videos and focusing on what matters, which is knowing what to cut and what not to cut. And yeah, I don't want to say too many details because I signed an NDA. But yeah, they are going for something more complex because they want more results, and they think that the results come from the more editing, which is they don't come from there. They come from the stories that are told, and the editor does not have control over that other than cutting stuff out. So there's nothing the editor can add. There's only things that we can cut. So that's like a good line to show how it's not in the editing. And I think I was doing a good job. My client, the ones who's hired by these clients, likes my work. He knows I'm extremely valuable. He won't find anyone that's so responsive, at least not easily or as affordable. And he tells me that, and you can hear it in his voice and his tone and everything. So I do trust him. But again, words are words, and what only matters are actions. And he is switching me to a new client that he has, that he's been having, and they're like going to bump up production right on time for this switch. So yeah, I won't be losing. Technically, I won't be losing any earnings. I wouldn't be surprised if for the first month things doesn't go as happened as planned, and I do lose that income that month. But then it's like I'll be earning $1,600 as well, but switching to clients completely. And so that sucks because I want to. There's been it's been a long time since I have had like continuous earnings, predictable. But this is the life of the freelancer. It keeps teaching me that I need to always be looking for generating demand for my work, my services. I'm working on it. I'm self-sabotaging myself much less. I stopped playing this Travian game. I'm being more organized. I'm keeping my word with all of my clients. I still have my other clients that between all of them that are inconsistent, just one of them is super consistent. But between that client and the other ones that are inconsistent, I generate some consistency there, but still it's below the $1,500 that I need to make every single month. So I cannot count on that yet. I love to generate $1,500 a month with clients outside of this main client that I was prioritizing. If I have them all, I'm the prioritized client. I'm golden, making the above $3,000, which is what I want to make. But well, if I technically that's still happening, and I'm organizing myself much better, sabotaging myself much less. So we are in a good trajectory. I want to keep it that way, and I know I'll keep it that way. I have a great day. I had a good day today. Could have been better, but checking things off my list of to-dos that are small and a little bit annoying, but at least they won't come back, or I'll try to not make them come back. So I just have like very important to-dos, and I can get ahead. I just want to get ahead. I want to get a consistent income. I'll go back to... I have the to-do list. I'll probably also have like a prioritizing list to make sure that I get back to creating content, to get back to generate demand. I have a course, like a webinar, to see about generating leads from LinkedIn. I said it in Spanish, how we say it in Spanish, from Jamie Brindle, I think he's great. So I have that to watch. I have until the January 20th to see it. And like I said, I've been self-sabotaging myself much less. So now I have time to sit down for the 2 hours to watch the training. And yeah, I'll probably record it. So I don't know why he doesn't keep it like for forever, because I purchased it to be in the live call, and then but I couldn't be in the live call just for the first 20 minutes. But he sent the repetition, not repetition, the recording, but it's not forever. It was initially until December 31st, but he extended it because it looks like other people didn't manage to watch it as well, and they asked for an extension, but I don't know why he's not letting us have it forever, so I'll record it. It's 2 hours. I don't know how it's going to be heavy for at least... I'll record it. I have like that's the thing about the to-do list. I have like small things to do, like I need to back up a lot of files because I'm running out of storage. I bought an 8 terabyte hard drive, but it's the annoying ones I need to plug it into the computer, and my computer is a mess because I bought a huge case for it, and the cables have to go from the front, and there's too many cables because I have a graphics card, the 4090, and there's no space for a hard drive, so I don't know where to put it to keep it still so it doesn't break. And I need to turn off the computer, move it, install it. I have issues with every time I boot up the computer, the first time it shuts down after 10 minutes, then it goes back, turns back on, and I keep it in sleep mode every time I go to sleep, because if I turn it off and I then turn it on the next day, that thing will happen again, and it's annoying. So those little things, those are the little tasks that they add up, and I self-sabotage myself by wanting to numb myself by scrolling, to not have to deal with jumping from one little task to the other, that it takes time to jump from one task to the other, and it just adds up. These are just excuses, right, to not just do the thing and work as efficiently as possible, and to not complain, basically. But it helps me to realize that that's why the power of no is so powerful. There's a lot of little things the brain forgets, and that's why I'll talk for myself, that I make these mistakes, self-sabotaging mistakes, and that's why it's not easy to just say, it's not easy. It is simple, but it's not easy to stop using the phone and stuff like that, and just work, rest, and obviously in the middle, time with family, friends, and girlfriend. So that's what's all about. I really enjoy it. The moment I feel like crap is when I'm not working, when I self-sabotage myself. That's why it's extremely dumb to self-sabotage, because I enjoy working. When I get lost in the work, when I enter flow states, and it's just managing distractions. I really think it is that simple. So hopefully, I was going to say, by next week I solve it all, like I've been saying all this time. But I truly think that hopefully I do it next week. I'm doing much better, and I ticked off a lot of work these past 2 weeks, and now that I stopped playing the Travian game and feeling better about controlling my distractions, I think I'll make a huge improvement in the next weeks. So yeah, thank you for watching the entire video, and I'll see you next week.